Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Bedrock Hardcore. In this episode, we're going to be taking this world from day 800 all the way to day 900. As you can see, I'm doing this intro in the end here, which is not what I usually do, but if you look at the top left of my screen, you'll see that it's already day 820, and that's because I've already done my 20 days of endstone mining that I do at the start of each episode. I just didn't feel like recording it all again because I figured that you guys might be getting a little bit bored of that, so I thought that this time I might just quickly go through that. But if we take a look here, I'm making really good progress. I think by the end of next episode, I should have this entire center portion fully dug out, which is pretty cool. Unfortunately though, this area is actually a lot smaller than you think. If we go into free look here, you'll see that this end island is actually pretty huge. I would say that the main center chunk that I've dug out so far is probably less than half of the total end island, which I'm not gonna lie, is a little bit depressing. I really want to get to work building my end build, but you know, I guess that'll have to wait for now. But what won't have to wait for now is the project that I'm planning to do at the start of this episode, and that is to build a mega creeper farm. You might remember in the first episode of this series, I built myself up a little starter creeper farm, which has served me kind of well, but to be honest, it's pretty slow and I'm running out of rockets fast. I think I've only got a couple of stacks left. The thing is, this farm doesn't produce that much gunpowder, so to get large quantities of firework rockets, I have to AFK for a really long time, which is not good. So instead, I think I'm gonna build up a super efficient creeper farm, one of those mega farms that you see on the internet, because why not? Having endless firework rockets with hardly any AFK time seems pretty cool to me. So first, let's get to work destroying this creeper farm. The old creeper farm has now been removed. Don't worry about this water, that's just from the top of the farm, and for some reason it's taking forever to disappear. But yeah, now that that piece of junk is gone, it's time to collect the materials for the new and improved mega creeper farm. So first up, let me see how many of the items I already have in my storage. Alright, it's a little while later now, and as you can see, I do have the vast majority of the materials I need for this farm, besides just a couple of things that I need to collect. First up, I actually need 6 shulker boxes of ice, which is kind of a lot. I feel like that's going to take a pretty long time to completely gather, but for a mega farm, you do need a lot of materials, I guess. So yeah, if I remember correctly, I think that there's an ice biome somewhere in this direction. Well, I've found the Mushroom Island, and I'm almost positive that there was an ice biome right next to this mushroom biome. Yes, here it is. For a second, I thought I was going crazy. But I guess I now have to get to work gathering 6 shulker boxes of ice. I wish I could just gather the ice from here so I don't have to swim into the water to collect the items, but unfortunately these big clumps of ice here are actually packed ice and I can't use those. So instead I basically have to just take out the floor and then swim back and forth collecting all of the ice. This is probably gonna take a while. Alright, it's a little while later now and the ice has now been collected, which means that I've just got a couple more items to collect. And oh my gosh, that's the raid farm that I built that I completely forgot about. I still have a few totems, so I don't need to come back here for a while. But yeah, not gonna lie, I may or may not have completely forgot that I built this. Anyway, the next item that I need is around about a stack of coral fans. So right now I'm just searching for a coral reef. Haven't found a coral reef yet, but I have found a desert temple. So let's drop down into here and avoid the pressure plate, and I might also take this TNT as well, don't mind if I do. And now for the moment of truth, is there anything good in these chests? Doesn't look like it. Some golden horse armor, nobody really cares about that. I thought that was a notch apple then for a second, but no, of course not, just a regular golden apple. And the moment of truth, for the love of God, please have a notch apple, I'm begging you. My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined. Oh, I've now found the shipwreck. Might as well get distracted by this as well while we're here. I just really want a notch apple, man, and I can't find the entrance to this thing. What the heck? I guess I'll try just break my way in, I guess. Nope. Is there seriously no chests in this shipwreck? What the heck? Let's just have a quick look over here. Oh my gosh, Minecraft is literally trolling me right now, and there's still not a coral reef in sight. But what is in sight is this birch forest here. That's kind of cool. Am I the only one that loves the way birch forests look on stone? Or is that just a me thing? It probably is, to be honest. Oh my gosh, I'm getting so distracted. Oh, another shipwreck. Okay, this one better have some chests in. You, sir, please just have a stack of coral fans so I don't have to find a coral reef. Oh jeez, luck is not on my side today apparently. Poisonous potatoes and suspicious stew. Really? Oh my gosh. Well, oh no. Am I about to die? I mean, I have a totem. Ah, 1.5, 1 heart. Whew. I really shouldn't be playing this so risky in hardcore mode. Alright, this is actually getting pretty annoying now. Where the heck is a coral reef? Oh jeez, I'm gonna be stuck here all day. Whoa, that's some nice terrain. The side of this cliff is just crazy flat. And then there's of course a floating island. And then this kind of looks like a head. Am I the only one that sees that? I don't know, but it's pretty cool. Well, I'm still searching for coral reefs. This is actually getting absurd. I still haven't found one, but what I have now found is a god apple. After like 10 desert temples, this side quest is complete. Yippee. Oh my gosh. There's no way. After literally over an hour of searching, I've finally found a coral reef. I have no idea why that took so insanely long, but whatever. I only need about a stack of coral fans, but seeing as it took so long to get here, I think I'm gonna go quite overboard and just get a whole bunch of coral stuff. That way I never have to do this again. But yeah, now with the coral fully collected and all of the shulker boxes of items fully gathered, it's time to start building this creeper farm. So please enjoy this montage. And this mega creeper farm is now fully constructed. I've already AFK'd at this thing for exactly 1 hour, and if we take a look in this collection system here, as you can see, I've got around about 1 double chest of gunpowder, which, to be honest, is pretty insane. Believe it or not, this is actually about 3/4 of the rates that it should be, and that's because somehow I messed up one side of the farm and built it 8 blocks too close to the center, and I didn't even realize I was doing it until everything had fully been built. So yeah, it's not a huge deal. It just means half of this spawning platform won't spawn creepers when I'm standing at the AFK spot. So yeah, I think I'll probably fix this eventually, but not today. I've done too much creeper farm building for 1 episode. But yeah, apart from that little mishap, this project is successful. I would add a pixel art of a gunpowder in this farm section here, but obviously that's already there because of my old creeper farm, so I don't have to do that right now. But yeah, let me get all of this gunpowder into a couple of shulker boxes, just so I can transport it back to my house. And let's also go ahead and harvest this big old sugarcane farm over here. I don't think I've harvested this thing on camera since I built it, so yeah, there's a first time for everything, I guess. Now let's watch these cute pandas sadly despawn and craft all of this sugarcane into paper so we can craft some more firework rockets. Beautiful stuff. And while we're here, I should probably harvest this wheat farm as well, as I'm currently out of food somehow. So let's destroy all of this wheat, plant these seeds back, and craft this wheat into bread. Okay, enough shenanigans. Let's begin work on the next project of this video, and that is gonna be in the Nether. So while some footage of me mining ancient debris is playing in the background here, I'm gonna do do a quick voiceover explaining the next project that I'm gonna be starting in this world. This is gonna be a very long-term goal, and I'm probably not gonna complete it for a very long time, but the plan is to eventually have a beacon of every single type of mineral block. I know that this has been done quite a few times before on YouTube, and it's not the most original idea, but it's always something that I've really wanted to do in one of my worlds, so now seems like a better time than ever to do so. So I spent a few hours digging in the nether, mining some ancient debris, and also gathering a bunch of diamonds in the overworld. But diamonds and netherite are not the only two mineral blocks. There's gold, iron, and emeralds. So yeah, that is the current amount of mineral blocks that I have to my name right now in block form, except for the netherite, which I still need to smelt. And for each of these resources, I'll need just over 2.5 stacks of blocks. Especially for the diamond and netherite, this is gonna take a while. But I think in this episode here, I'm gonna spend a little bit of time building a nice podium for these 5 beacons to stand on. So first of all, let me grab a bunch of quartz blocks and just a bunch of regular quartz. I can of course craft this into the blocks, just like that. And let's also grab some blackstone over here. For a second, I thought that's all I had, but luckily I actually have a couple of shulkers worth of blackstone from digging out the area in the nether for the nether hub. But yeah, I think this design is gonna be pretty simple. I'm just gonna make it on the fly, and oh my gosh, this new creeper farm looks pretty cool in the distance there. Maybe one day I'll make a decoration for it. I'm not sure, to be honest. But yeah, I'm just trying to think about where I'm gonna put this beacon podium. Maybe around here, but then again, that is quite close to this whole farm area. I wonder if it would be a good idea to potentially put it on its own island or something like that. Maybe over here, for example. I think it would be cool giving it its own little plot of land. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put it here. First of all, let's sleep the night away just so we don't get attacked by mobs. And let's chop down these couple of trees, watch this cute panda despawn, and flatten the island. Okay, the island has now been flattened, as you can see, but I don't think it's going to be quite big enough for this beacon podium. So let me get my grass and expand this thing. Hopefully I can make this terraforming look at least somewhat realistic. Okay, I think this should be big enough, and it looks semi-natural, I guess, ignoring the fact that it's completely floating above the river. But yeah, now let's actually start building this podium. I think this block is gonna be the center here, and let's just dig out the ground so that we can actually decorate it properly. Okay, and the floor has now been dug out, as you can see. These platforms right here are where the beacons are gonna go, but all of this space here is just gonna be the floor. So first of all, let me get a whole bunch of quartz, and I think I'm just gonna place a few rows around the outside. Okay, looks pretty cool, and then I think I'm just gonna fill in the rest with blackstone just to see how that looks first. Hopefully this doesn't take too long to place. Blackstone has now been placed, and not gonna lie, this actually looks pretty cool. I think blackstone and quartz is a great combo, but I do think I'm gonna break it up a little bit. I think if I take out the middle 3 blocks in between each beacon and replace it with quartz, I think this should look pretty good. Yep, perfect. That looks good. And now I think I'm gonna make some blackstone walls just like that. And if I place these around the edges, this should just break it up a little bit and give this whole place a nice border. I'm very pleased that I decided to put this on a different island in the end and actually show this project the respect it deserves, because let's face it, getting a diamond and a netherite beacon is pretty ridiculously hard. I wonder how many hours it's gonna take. I don't even want to think about it right now. But yeah, that's actually why I decided to build this podium before I actually start work on it, because I guess it's kind of like a sign of commitment. Now that this entire thing is here, I really can't back down now. But yeah, this thing is very simple. I think I might add maybe some soul lanterns around the edges here to light up the place. I think soul lanterns will match the theme a little bit better than just regular torches or regular lanterns. So let's head back into the storage system and see how soul lanterns are crafted, because I'm not gonna lie, I may have forgot. Okay, they're made out of iron and a soul torch. Well, how is a soul torch crafted? Okay, coal, sticks, and soul soil. I should have all of that. Let me get some sticks, some coal, and unfortunately, I don't think I have a chest for soul soil. This one is for soul sand, so I'm gonna have to look through my chest monster here. Okay, I found some. That wasn't too hard. Now let's craft all of these into soul torches. 10 stacks may have been slightly overkill, but you never know. I might need a bunch of soul torches in the future. But yeah, let me sadly dig into some of my iron supply and craft all of this into ingots and then of course into nuggets so that I can craft these soul lanterns. I think a couple of stacks should be good enough, and let me take all of my mineral blocks with me as well, because I think I'm going to start trying to place the beacons as well. It's probably going to be a bit of a sorry sight seeing how much progress I still have to make. But yeah, let's get out of my house. Wait, where is the podium? Oh, it's over here. For some reason I thought it was the other direction. And oh, that looks kind of clean actually from afar. It's got a nice modern slash futuristic theme, as all of my builds are pretty much. I should probably push myself outside of my comfort zone a little bit more with my building style, like I did with the nether portal and the house. If I build something that isn't really modern themed, it means I've actually tried. But yeah, anyway, let's place some soul lanterns. I'm thinking every 5 blocks. Actually, that might be a little bit overkill. I think I'll go with every 10 blocks. That should just help to stop mob spawning around the outside, and it should also look pretty cool. I think the blue should match this pretty well. Okay, cool. These soul lanterns around the outside look pretty good, but unfortunately, what doesn't look good is this cute panda. But luckily, it sadly despawned right in front of me. So yeah, now I don't have to look at it anymore. Okay, enough shenanigans. Let's just try and start placing these beacons. This is gonna be pretty embarrassing. Well, this is how far we managed to get with the current valuables that we have right now. As you can see, it's a pretty pathetic effort. But you know, this is just the start. Eventually, we'll fill all of these up. I don't even want to think about how long this netherite one is gonna take. But yeah, that will have to be for another time, because that is gonna be it for this episode, guys. I know we're currently 5 days away from day 900, but I've been very busy in real life, and yeah, I need to film this outro and get this video out to you guys if I don't want it to be too late. So yeah, we'll just add on these next 5 days to the next episode of this series, which will be 1000 days in hardcore Minecraft, which is gonna be pretty fun. So yeah, thanks for watching, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you in the next episode.